heartfelt greetings and felicitation to His Holiness. We also warmly welcome all the distinguished guests who have traveled from near and far to participate in this celebration, as well as everyone around the world who is joining us in celebrating this momentous occasion. On 2nd July 2025, His Holiness the Dalai Lama magnanimously announced the continuation of the institution of Dalai Lama in accordance with the fervent aspiration of people of Tibet and devotees followers worldwide. These announcements represent an unequivocal assurance for the continuity of religious, cultural, linguistic, and national identity of Tibet and the Tibetan people. On behalf of all the Tibetan people, both in an exile and Tibetan supporter in the world, we express our boundless gratitude to Your Holiness for this immeasurable blessing. We also extend our deep appreciation to the religious heads and religious representatives on the 15th Religious Conference of their spiritual resolution expressing gratitude to His Holiness, rejecting the Chinese government malicious interference in matters of reincarnation and adopting a unanimous resolution declaring such interference unacceptable. We earnestly pray that His Holiness the Dalai Lama will continue to remain as the beacon of light for the Tibetan people, and may the fortunate disciples continue to receive His Holiness' uninterrupted blessing throughout all lifetimes. His Holiness the Dalai Lama has been universally recognized as the foremost global leader who has dedicated his entire life to practicing and teaching the Compassion Shastra. The Kashaf, in its 4 recent official programs, has briefly highlighted the contribution made by His Holiness the Dalai Lama through his 4 principal commitments in promoting human values, fostering religious harmony, preserving Tibet's religion and culture along with environmental protection, and reviving ancient Indian wisdom. We hope that this noble method for achieving world peace and happiness will serve as a practical guidance for everyone. The Central Tibetan Administration has announced a year of compassion to be observed worldwide, beginning from His Holiness the 90th Dalai Lama 90th birthday celebration this year. This initiative is aimed at honoring His Holiness' kindness and spreading His vision. We call upon all the Tibetan and friends of Tibet, both individual and organization, to begin within their own communities, starting with neighbors, friends, and local associations, to participate in programs organized by the Central Tibetan Administration and various organizations through this year, and to independently undertake efforts, particularly engaging young people to spread the values of compassion in global community to the best of their ability. His Holiness the Dalai Lama's 4 principal commitment can be recognized as a wish-fulfilling tree that has grown from the root of compassion and branch out in 4 directions. In today's world, which faces interconnected crises including violent conflicts, arms races, trade wars, social fragmentation, moral decay, and climate change, these commitments offer unparalleled and indisputable solutions. His Holiness' vision encompasses practical framework across multiple levels, engaging in various activities and cultivating compassionate views and conduct at the individual level, building compassionate societies through interfaith harmony at the societal level, preserving traditional culture and maintaining the instruction of Compassion Shastra at the cultural level, demonstrating the value of compassion through the revival of wisdom at the scientific level. These comprehensive practical approaches have gained recognition and are being implemented across various sectors in the most of the world free nations. It brings forth a new ray of hope for the future world. During more than 66 years of exile, we Tibetan refugees have transformed from exile who once only knew the sky above and the ground below into what is now recognized as the most exemplary refugee community unlike any other in the world. The foundation of all this achievement is rooted in His Holiness the Dalai Lama's teaching of Compassion Shastra, which represent the true soft power of the Tibetan people, which can never be subdued by hostile forces, blinded by ignorance. The unanimous recognition that government and peoples of multiple countries have accorded Tibetan refugees is undoubtedly a direct result of practice and implementation of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's teaching of Compassion Shastra. Therefore, it goes without saying the best way to repay the kindness of our root Guru is to put his guidance into practice, and we remind everyone to continue to do so. On this special occasion today, while the Chinese government continues to forcibly prohibit the Tibetan within the Tibet from engaging in the basic religious such as incense offering,